What's going on, guys? BriarRabbit here. Got a real fun gameplay here. I'm playing with Not Too Nerdy from the Beastly Thought Show, and we were just having a blast. This is from last night. We both hopped on, and we're playing a little bit of the Crucible, and absolutely having a real bunch of fun, because the thing about the Crucible, the thing about Destiny, is it's just better with other people. Last night, before I joined up with Not Too Nerdy, I actually jumped into a raid group. I got an invite, and just a bunch of people that I think I knew one of them. I didn't really know the rest of them, but working together as a team on the raid, it was just a blast. And that's really what this game thrives on, is working with other people to, you know, kind of achieve a objective. And that's not any different whether you're doing the raid or whether you're doing the Tiger Strike playlist or even if you're doing Crucible. And that's why we were having so much fun last night, is because we're calling out, you know, where the enemy team is spawning, which points we're trying to get, which points they're trying to get, all of that stuff. And playing with Not Too Nerdy really kind of put that into perspective with me last night, because I really wish that there was some kind of a TeamSpeak by default inside Destiny. It's too bad that so much of Destiny is played in silence. Like, let's say you join the Tiger Strike playlist and you got two other people in there with you, but you're just playing silently because there's no chat enabled by default. And I think that's a failing on Destiny's part. I would actually like to see them patch that in. So by default, if you're on the same team, whether that be in the Crucible or in a Strike, then I would like to have chat enabled. I think that would make the game a lot more fun, especially if you're not just playing with friends, if you're just getting matched up with people you don't know. There's a lot about Destiny that I don't like, to be completely honest, but the overall game, the shooting mechanics of the game are awesome. I mean, I'm a Halo person. I really used to love the Halo games, and this brings me right back to those mechanics. It's very similar kind of play feel. The guns feel very similar, and it's just a really fun game as far as a shooter goes. But there's definitely some stuff missing. You know, a lot of people lament about how there's really a lack of story in here. I would like to see more, well, I'd like to see more voice chat options, you know? I'd like to see the community aspect of the game kind of really get embraced by the developers. I think that would go a long way toward making the game a lot more enjoyable, especially if you're not playing with your friends. You know, and I'm still addicted to the game. I'm still having an absolute blast with the game. No, doesn't even matter really what I'm doing. Whether I'm jumping into a raid, whether I'm playing in the Crucible with Not Too Nerdy, even when I'm playing that Tiger Strike playlist, trying to grind for, you know, whatever I'm grinding for at the moment, because there's an awful lot of grinding in this game. I'm just having a lot of fun with the game. And Not Too Nerdy actually asked me last night, you know, are you looking forward to Advanced Warfare? And I chuckled, because I am looking forward to Advanced Warfare. You know, I play a lot of Call of Duty throughout the year, and I have a really good time playing Call of Duty, but where am I going to fit it in? You know, and November is right around the corner. That game comes out, you know, November 3rd or November 4th, depending on how you pre-ordered it, but how am I going to fit this game in? I have no idea. And then I was kind of thinking, you know, I've got a lot of new people subscribing to the channel for Destiny content. You know, am I going to switch completely over to Advanced Warfare once that game comes out? You know, am I going to be done personally with Destiny? I don't think I am, because I'm still having so much fun with it. And then the DLC for Destiny drops in December. So it's like, what am I going to do? I really have no idea. I've almost been thinking about starting another channel, because, you know, I'm kind of mixing all of these things on this one channel. You know, you might have seen yesterday I did an Astro A50 review. I've got tons of subscribers that just are subscribers for when I do headset or video game controller reviews. Then I've got a whole nother subset of subscribers who just watch Call of Duty vids and couldn't care less about headsets or Destiny. And then I've got this new set of subscribers that's really just watching for the Destiny stuff. So, you know, I got mixed feelings about that. Probably a little feedback from you guys would work for me on that. What would you guys prefer? If I started another channel for just gaming hardware reviews, or I started another channel just for Call of Duty stuff? I don't even know what I'm going to do. I don't even know if I can manage, you know, two separate channels. It might be too much of a stretch for me time-wise. So I'm thinking about that a lot. I've been thinking about Advanced Warfare a lot, you know. I've said on this channel before, I'm a little bit scared of Advanced Warfare. It just doesn't look like a Call of Duty game to me. Now, that excites a lot of people. A lot of people are very, very sick of Call of Duty. And I have the very unpopular opinion of thinking that Call of Duty Ghosts was a great game. It kind of brought Call of Duty back to its roots, or at least back to the Call of Duty 4 roots. It felt like a very similar game to Call of Duty 4, which is a very dissimilar game than Black Ops 2, which I think pissed off a lot of people, because people really enjoyed Black Ops 2, and you know, they were a little disappointed by Call of Duty Ghosts with the slower paced gameplay and the very fast kills. So my concern with Advanced Warfare isn't so much, you know, the game pace of it. You know, I like Black Ops 2, I like Call of Duty Ghosts, so whether it's fast-paced or a little bit slower, almost doesn't matter to me. It's more about kind of this jumping mechanic, and is it really going to feel like a Call of Duty game? Because I still get off on that feel, you know, the fast action, you know, the fast guns kills, and just that feel of Call of Duty, which is, you know, it's been so hard to reproduce by any other company. You know, Battlefield has tried to do it. A ton of other companies have tried to make a Call of Duty-like game, and it's just very, very difficult. You know, even Call of Duty, even Activision finds it difficult year after year. Call of Duty Ghosts was supremely unpopular, and, you know, there's 100 different opinions as to why that was, why people don't like Call of Duty Ghosts as much as they like Black Ops 2. And the previous year before that, Black Ops 2, why didn't people like Black Ops 2 that much, or Modern Warfare 3 that much? Why is this game kind of declining in popularity? It's kind of this nebulous concept, because everybody's got their own reasons. Maybe somebody's just getting sick of Call of Duty. You know, they've played every Call of Duty since Call of Duty 2 or Call of Duty 4, and they've had their fill of the Call of Duty type of game. Other people, you know, they only came to Call of Duty because they just like Black Ops 2, and when it changed from Black Ops 2, you know, it didn't give them the reward that they were seeking anymore. So Advanced Warfare, it's really got me wondering, is that going to be my last Call of Duty? Or, you know, maybe that's the Call of Duty that I just don't play a ton of. Or maybe I just fall absolutely head over heels in love with Advanced Warfare. It's really hard to tell because I don't have a frame of reference for that game. You know, it looks so different than the rest of the Call of Duties. Here I am talking all this Call of Duty during a Destiny video, and really what this is just me rambling a lot. You know, I'll be honest with you, I'm having an awful lot of fun with Destiny, and it's got me a little bit worried that, you know, when Call of Duty does come out, you know, what kind of decision am I going to have to make? Is, you know, am I going to be playing Call of Duty and kind of neglect Destiny, which I've had so much fun for? You know, obviously when the game first drops, I'll be all over it, but you know, what's going to happen 2 weeks down the road or a month down the road, especially when, you know, Call of Duty is only a month old and the Destiny DLC drops. You know, these are good problems to have, honestly. These are awesome problems to have, because I got two games that I'm really anticipating, both competing for my time and attention. So that, you know, that's the best kind of problem to have as far as I'm concerned. So I'm really looking forward to it. I've been busy with the Astro reviews. I got the Astro A40 coming soon as well. A lot of people are really wondering, you know, what's the difference between the new A50 and the old A50? And really, it might sound a little bit better. It's hard to tell. It definitely looks a lot better, I think. I think they really did a nice job making it look better. The microphone is better. It's not a lot better. It's not like a whole head and shoulders above and beyond what the old A50 was. It is nice that you can hear your voice coming through the microphone into your headset so that you can actually monitor what your voice sounds like. That kind of stuff is nice. The A40, I'm really looking forward to doing the review on the A40. I'll probably do another video after that talking about the difference between the A40 and the A50 and who really should buy what, because there's only a $50 price point difference between the A40 and the A50, but really I think they serve two different roles. And that once you're up at $250 and $300, I don't think that $50 makes a big difference in your purchasing decision. I think what you're really looking for is the best headset for you once you get into that higher echelon. Also, the Turtle Beach Elites, a lot of people have been talking about this headset, and they've got me excited about it. You know, Turtle Beach entering the higher end market for headsets, I think is very interesting. I'm looking forward to seeing kind of what they come up with at the $300 price point. You know, they have a lot of cool features in them that a lot of other headset companies kind of don't do. You know, their mics have always been very good, even at lower price points. So, you know, I'm really looking forward to, you know, hardware reviews in the coming months. It's a little bit bizarre. It's so late in the year, and all of a sudden we've got all this new hardware to talk about. So that's been a lot of fun. So I'm sorry for rambling so much during this video. I got a lot of stuff on my mind, and I just felt like blurting it out during this video. I hope you enjoyed the gameplay. Make sure you go over and check out Not Too Nerdy, ENT, his channel. He does a lot of retro stuff. He does some gameplay stuff. He's a lot of fun. So thanks a lot for watching. Hit that like button if you like this video. Hit subscribe if you're new to the channel, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.